Okay, for the quadratics, we learned about the how to factorize for the first example. So you just factorize the formula and you can just get the x out of the equations, and then you divide everything by x for the inside, so 3x plus 5. So the value of x will be either 0 or negative 5 over 3, right? But for the right side, you have to use the sum and product formula. Okay, this will be this equation needs to be put in one hand side. So in this question, they put everything on the left hand side. So x squared minus 5x minus 6, and you just do the sum and product formula. This will be the sum. What plus what equals negative 5. This will be the product. Okay, what times what equals negative 6. So the answer will be negative 6 and plus 1. So the x will be 6 or negative 1. Quite simple, right? So how about this? This also for the bottom part, example 2 as well. You can use the sum and product formula. And here, exercise, solve this. Okay, I don't think we need to do this. We will do the review set later on. Okay, we just skip this. And this also, everything has to be put on the left side or right side, up to you, either left hand side or right hand side. Okay, depend on your preference, and they will produce the same answer as well. Okay, and for question F, what you need to do is try to cross multiply. Okay, I will give you the idea about D and F, because D and F are quite hard. So for question D, what you need to do, you have to multiply by x. So it will be x squared plus 2 equals 3x, right? And then you put everything to the left side. X squared minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. Then what next? Sum and product. What plus what equals negative 3? And if you add them, if you multiply them, you will get 2. I think it's quite simple, 2 and 1, but both of them supposed to be negative, right? So x minus 2, x minus 1. So the value of x will be 2 or 1, right? You just switch the sign. Okay, now how to do F? I will put it in the virtual whiteboard. There you go. So what to do here? So what you need to do is try to do the cross multiplication, but make sure that you put the negative on one side, either up or down, either top or bottom. I think better to put on top. Okay, put the negative above. So x times x plus 3, right? Do the crossing, and then equals negative 9, 1 minus x. So x times x, x squared, x times 3, 3x. Negative 9 times 1 is negative 9. Negative negative 9 times negative x is positive 9x. And then put everything on the left side. So x squared. Here, plus 3x minus 9x. I think it's quite simple. You just make it fast. Minus 6x plus 9 equals to 0. Do the sum product then, right? Because the 9 is moved to the left side also. So x and x. What times what equals 9? And if you add it up, you will get negative 6. Okay, 9, 1. You cannot get negative 6 out of 9 and 1. Okay, 3 and 3. Both of them supposed to be negative. Oh, same root. I just put like this. Quite simple, right? So x equals 3. Only one answer. Okay, that's for question F. Now, solving. Okay, square root, right? And then what you need to do here is the, what you call, the perfect square method, right? You don't have to do this. Have you learned about this perfect square or the complete square?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so let's try to do some examples about this. I don't think we need to do number 1 because it's very simple. It's already perfect square, but the harder one will be, there you go. So for number 2. Or I think number 3 is also hard. Why? Because we have 2 here. Okay, let's try to do one by one. So to do the perfect square, I don't know what is your teacher teaching you about here. I will give you what I usually used to do. I think I do B. Yeah. And the other way will the other question will be the same working, but only different in the number. Okay, so to do the perfect square, what you need to involve this is 6. So you have to put x plus 6 divided by 2, 3 square, right? And then minus this square, and then continue. Yeah. Hey, are you learning this, or you do the other one, the other way around, or the other specific way?
What's the other specific way?
Okay, so I put 2 on the right side, and then what to do here? If you look at this 6, you have to add by square of the half, right? So plus 9 or plus 6 over 2, 3 square. This also 3 square. Is it your teacher teach you?
Yeah.
Okay, we use that. I think I need to put it on a bit to the right because we need the space here. So look at this 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So you have to add by, always add 3 square. This also 3 square. So after that, you just simply put like this. X plus 3 square equals negative 2 plus 9, right? So x plus 3 bracket square. So you just put on the edges. The plus will be on here in this part, right? So you just pick the middle, x plus 3, x plus 3, and equals to 7. Then it's already complete square, a complete square form. What you do next? Square root left, square root right. So x plus 3 equals, because square, the square being root, so ignore, you can cross both. So what is square root 7 plus minus square root 7? So x would be plus minus square root 7 subtract 3. That is your answer. Two answers, right? So first is root 7 minus 3, and second answer negative root 7 minus 3. That's all. Okay, how do we do the other? Okay, I will give you some examples. Wait, what is it? Ah, there you go. Let's do number 2h. Okay, it's still not proper in the proper place, so you have to make it proper. So x squared minus 8x equals negative 10, right? Because we move the x to the left side and the constant to the right side. After this, you have to look at the half of 8, not the negative, half of 8, 4 plus 4 squared, right? And then this also plus 4 squared, right? Because you have to make it fair. Algebra, left plus on the right hand side also plus with the same number. Okay, next look at the middle. X minus, careful, 4 bracket square equals negative 10 plus 16. So it is equals.
But
Yes.
I don't know if we learned it in class, but I saw from the textbook, and like I asked some people too. Isn't it like plus 4 squared, and then the other side is minus?
No, no, it has to be plus. Look at this. See?
Oh, okay.
Left and right supposed to be equal. It's fair share. Yeah. This also, this is quite simple. Just square root left, square root right. This, it has to be plus, and it has to be plus. See, whether it is plus or minus, it has to be plus 2 square. See the red font. Okay, but what is difference? We put this minus and this is plus, right? This is plus and this is minus. It is following this part. Yeah. Okay, continue. So x minus 4 bracket square. What next? Square root on the both sides. So x minus 4 equals plus minus square root 6. So x equals plus minus square root 6 or plus 4. That's your answer. That's only two answers. Okay. So I will send this to you later on Word or in Microsoft Word. Wait, and I will put it in PDF as usual. Okay, let's see for the next question. How about this, number 3? 3E. Use the complete square method. How to do E? Let's see. There you go. Okay, my baby is being showered. Okay, now how to do this again? What next? What you have to memorize is try to put this on the right side. That's first thing. So 5x squared minus 15x and then equals, put a bit space in between here because you have to do something with this, equals negative 2. But we still struggle with this 5, right? So before we do further, you have to divide everything by 5 on the left side and equal to the right side as well, right? So x squared minus 3x, right, equals negative 2 over 5. It's quite challenging now because we deal with the fraction. Remember, as long as you know how to do the logic, what is half of 3? 3 over 2, right? Or you can put 1.5, up to you, but I prefer fraction square, right? Divide this by 2. Despite of this is negative or positive, don't think about this yet. You have to add. It's always adding. Okay. So what next? X plus, oh, so sorry, minus, see, x minus 3 over 2 square equals negative 2 over 5 plus, oh man, 9 over 4. What next? Equalize the denominator. That's the word, the problem. New problem occurs, but we can solve it easily because we know the basics of fraction. So x subtract 3 over 2 square equals negative 8 over 20 here plus 45, right? So x minus 3 over 2 square equals to 37 over 20. Okay, we deal with the bad number, but again, we still can manage it by square root both sides. So x subtract 3 over 2 equals plus minus square root 37 over 20, right? So x will be plus minus square root 37 over square root 20. I can simplify square root 20 by 2 root 5, can I? Right? Because square root of 20 will be 4 times 5, and you can get rid of the 4 out of the square root, becomes 2, right? So, and you multiply by square root 5 over square root 5, right? Because you have to rationalize the number below. Remember, when we deal with the root on the bottom part or on the in the denominator, you need to multiply with the denominator itself to annihilate it. As simple as that. Plus 3 over 2. Don't forget, put this on the right side, becomes plus. So x equals, what is 2 square root 5 times square root 5? 10. So plus minus square root 37 times 5. Okay, do it slowly. 185 plus 3. That's all. 2 answers, right? Why? Because it is plus and minus. Okay, it's quite much. So we deal what to do. First thing first is annihilating the 5. You need to annihilate the 5 by divide by 5 on both sides. Remember that. After that, we can do the same way. But what is hard is we deal with the fraction. The fraction is annoying in this case. Okay, wait here. Next. Quadratic formula. You memorize the formula. I will give you the quadratic formula in one whole page because this is very, very simple. If we deal with any difficult questions, if you think that you cannot factorize it using the sum and product, use this. If I have 0 equals ax squared plus bx plus c, to find the x1 or x2 will be obtained by using the formula. This is the formula that is invented by a mathematician. Wait. So you don't have to think of the hard way. But this is also hard when you don't have the calculator. Okay, because if you don't have calculator, you will get messed up in this inside. This is called the determinant. Okay, so this will be the quadratic formula. You need to memorize this. Quadratic formula. This will kill all the formula that we already done just now. The perfect square, but this is more for the hard questions. Okay, depend on the teacher ask you. So when your teacher asks to do with the quadratic formula, you can use this. When your teacher asks you to do with complete square, you can use the previous explanation that I already gave you. And when you have to use the sum and product, you can use the sum and product formula. Okay. Next, there you go. B square minus b plus minus blah 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 and so on. Wasting time to memorize this to prove this. I don't think we need that. See, when you deal with this kind of question, 12.5. Do you want to use the complete square? No, it's too much. Do you want to use the guessing, the sum and product guessing formula? No, it is impossible. Okay, so you use formula b minus b. See, minus of negative 550 plus minus blah blah blah. Okay, continue. Using the quadratic formula, I don't think we need that. Quadratic inequalities also, you just deal with the 0, 0 here, for example. Right. Let's try. So you need to factorize this at first. Okay, let's try. For some numbers, I want to delete this. Okay, let's try to do A. For question A, it's very simple. How to do? Find the 0. What is the 0 maker? 2 and negative 3, right? So it is negative 3 and 2, and you have to fill the circle. Why? Because it has an equal sign. Okay. Then what next? You need to put one number as a testing number. Okay, I want to pick 0. Where is 0? 0 is located here, right? 0 is located here. So what next to do is you have to check when I put 0 here, 0 minus 2 and 0 plus 3, is it more than 0? Negative 2 times 3. Negative 6 is more than 0? No, it is less than 0. So it is negative, right? This will be negative side, and this will be positive side. You have to do it. You just switch the sign. So when you test with 0, 0 is here. You get the negative 2 times 3, right? Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, so it's negative. So the rest on the left side and on the right side is also plus. And something that is bigger than 0. What is the number that is bigger than 0? What is the sign that is bigger than 0? Positive. So the value will be here. You pick the positive part. So the answer will be x is less than equal to negative 3 or x is more than or equal to 2. Okay, by the way, you can repeat the video later on because this is quite important to understand. How to do part D? You have to factorize first. X minus 1, right? As simple as that. 0. So we have number 0 here and 1, right? And then you pick any number you cannot pick 0 because 0 is right in right here. You cannot pick, you have to pick the other number. I want to pick 2. Can I? 2 is around here, right? 2. Okay, just check. 2 times 2 minus 1, what is it? Plus or minus? 2 times 1, positive, right? So it is positive here, and the sign will be changed through all the steps. Something, again, then after you get the sign, something that is more than 0, it's positive again. So just pick this. Okay. So x is less than or equal to 0, or x is more than or equals to 1. That's it. Yeah. Next, let's try to do G, I mean. So how to do G? You need to put everything on the left side first, less than 0. And I think we can simply factorize this x plus 2, x minus 2, right? Remember why? Because x squared minus y squared can be derived, can be factorized, become x plus y and x minus y, right? So why it is 2? Because 4 is 2 squared. So x squared minus 2 squared less than 0, right? So the 0 maker will be -2 and 2. And make sure that this is hollow. Why? Because we don't have an equal sign in this case, in this part. Okay, make sure that this is hollow. Yeah, no equal sign. So -2 and 2 cannot be included. So put it hollow circle. And then pick any sign, 0, for example, any number. 0 is the easiest representatives. Okay, when you put 0, 0 plus 2, 2, 0 minus 2, -2. 2 times -2 is negative. So put negative, and the other is positive and positive. Then look at this. Something that is less than 0, it is negative. Okay, this is the new answer for you. So the answer would be the x in between -2 and 2. So -2 less than x less than 2. That's how you think of the inequality. For M, P, and S, what you have to do is put everything on the left side first, like this, right? And then factorize. What times what equals -30, and if you add up, you will get -13. I get -15 and +2. -15 and +2, yeah. So the 0 maker will be -2, right? The smaller one, and put it full, make it full. Why? Because we have an equal sign, see? And we have 15 here, and full again, and it is 15. What next? Try to guess the number. Just use the testing number. The testing number is 0, for example. I put 0 here. So 0 minus 15, -15, 0 plus 2, -15 times 2 is negative. So you don't have to deal with the numbers, but you deal with the sign. Only the sign. It's negative, right? And the other will be positive and positive. And something that is more than 0. If something that is more than 0 is positive, always, right? What number that is more than 0? Positive number. So x is less than equal to -2 because it's on the left side of -2, or x is more than or equal to 15. That's your answer for M. P and S as also, right? Okay. How to do P and S? Because this has -6, right? So you do the different kind of factorization. 6x squared plus 7x less than 3. P, yeah. 6x squared plus 7x less than 3. So you put everything on the left side. Less than 0, right? So what to do here? If you have any difficulties on factorizing the formula, what you can do now is try to find using the formula, quadratic formula. Minus p plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, right? So what is b? 7. The a is 6, b is 7. C is -3. So minus B, -7 plus minus square root of B square, 7 square minus 4 times 6 times -3, right? AC over 2 times 6, right? So -7 plus minus 49, 7 square is 49, 24 plus 72, right? Over 12. So -7 plus minus square root 121. Oh, okay, it's quite simple. 121 has a number. So 121 is 11, right? So -7 plus minus 11 over 12. First thing, you need to put the positive. So -7 plus 11 over 12 and -7 minus 11 over 12. So the answer will be 4 over 12 or -18 over 12. Okay, you put it on the zero maker. So you put a straight line. You have to put -18 over 12. It's on the left side. -18 over 12. Or you can simplify. 3 over 2 divided by 6, both of them. -3 over 2. And on the other side, 4 over 12 or 1 over 3, right? And put 0 here. Okay. Any the simple representative is 0. So if you put 0 here, so you have to put it here. So 6 times 0, 0 plus 7 times 0, 0. -3. It's negative, right? See, 0 plus 0 minus 3 is minus. And then the other part will be switch. It's positive. Just do it, switch. Just do this, do the switching. Okay. And then something that is less than 0 is negative. So here you go. So the answer will be 3 over 2. No equal sign. And then 1 over 3. Okay. That's your answer. That's it. Okay. Quite hard, but again, you can manage this well. Okay, I will copy this. Next, the discriminant. So when we deal with the discriminant, we have 3 parts: repeated root, 2 distinct real roots, and no real root. Okay, here. So we know that the formula of x1, 2 minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a, while the b square minus 4ac called the discriminant. Why? What is discriminant? Discriminant means the etymology of discriminant is discrimination, right? Don't do the discrimination with other people. For example, for someone that has different race with you, this is called discriminant, right? So this is called discriminant. The something that make different, right? Okay, so called delta or D. In your book, we use the delta, I think. Yeah, delta, right? So delta equals b square minus 4ac. The formula of delta will be b square minus 4ac without root. Careful, without root. So why this is called discriminant? Because this will change the idea of what you see later on. So when the discriminant is less than 0, so the square root is negative, right? See, when it is 0, so we have no roots. No root or no roots? Wait, I have problem in this plural singular. No real roots. Okay, plural. So if it is no roots, why? Because the square root of negative something is impossible to be exist, right? So if the delta or the b squared, the discriminant is equals to 0, we have one equal root. Why? Two equal roots. Why? Because the square root of 0, right? So add by 0 and subtract by 0 will make no difference, right? Plus 0 and minus 0, no difference. So it has to be equal root. It will produce the same answer. How about the D is more than 0 or positive? So we have two distinct roots. This is two equal roots, two distinct roots. Why? Because they will change. That's a game changer. Why? Because, for example, square root 9 is 3. So plus 3 and minus 3 produces the different answer. For example, 1 minus 3 and 1 plus 3, right? Totally different. Because we have the plus and minus. See the red color, red sign here. Okay. Two distinct roots because it is positive. So this is non-axis. Okay, next, yeah. So this is about the discriminant theory. Okay, go for the next part. Example, no need, exercise 3C, no need. Quadratic functions, there you go. This is the A, B, and C formula that will be given. Okay, I will give you this one. So the quadratic form, if y equals A times x minus p, x minus q, what is P and Q? P and Q are the x-intercept. How about this? H is the vertex. What is vertex? The maximum or minimum point. Okay. Next, I think we need to do the exercise. Quite simple. Wait, I am finding. Okay. I think no need. Oh, okay. The changing, yeah. When you learn about the trigonometric graph, we know that when we deal with this, you need to put on the perfect square. Wait, I think we can skip this. I think better we use this. So many in quadratic functions here. So when will be your test, Vicky?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. Okay, wait. It's so much, but I think we can do. Oh, it's so much. Wait, I think. Okay, I already see all the topics for quadratic functions. So for quadratic functions, as we start from the beginning, it's y, right? Or fx. So fx equals ax squared plus bx plus c. But we have some special features of this part. Quadratic functions, if it is given, it can be also written like this: y equals a x minus p and x minus q. It means that the quadratic function is having its x-axis at p and at q. And when the a is positive, it will be like this, or a positive. But it also can be like this if a is negative. Okay. For example, if I have this, sketch the graph with these features. So this is the special feature one. Special feature number one. For example, y equals 3, x minus 5, and x plus 2. How to do this? Again, draw the line, draw the graph, or I mean the what do you call the Cartesian plane. And this is 5, right? Zero maker is 5, and this is -2. Put here, -2, right? And then it is smiling because the x is the a is positive, smiling. But make sure that what is this? This is 0, right? When when x equals 0. So when x equals 0, 3 times 0 minus 5 times 0 plus 2. So what is it? -30. Yeah. So put it in detail, -30. So the curve will be like this. Okay. That's it. Yeah, sorry for the bad drawing, but that's how you do. The 5 will be the 0 maker. This will be the 0 maker, and 3 will be smiling, but you need to put on the proper position. That's the first special features. And next special feature number 2. y equals a x minus h square plus k. So h comma k will be, so I forget to tell you, p and q will be the x-intercept, right? Okay, and h and k will be, h comma k will be the vertex. Vertex can be maximum or minimum, depend on the value of a again, right? So when the a is positive, so for example, like this, h comma k, for example, h comma k will be here. It can be anywhere. If a is positive, it will be like this, okay, for a positive. If a is negative, it will be like this. Because it stays, this is the h comma k, is for negative, right? So that's the special feature number 2. And the third special feature is no special feature at all. This is the third special feature. Okay. Special feature number 2. And number 3 is y is again go back to its origin. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That's all. Okay. So we have to understand this part. I will highlight the important part in this question, in this part of learning. Find the zero maker. This is vertex. Okay, that's it. What I can tell you about the special features. Now let's see for the word problems. Let's start from number 3. The sum of a natural number and its square is 210. What is it? Let's say the number, a natural number, we don't know anything about the natural number. It can be anything. Just put n. The sum of a natural number and its square is 210. So simple, right? When you model the math, you will get the simple answer or simple display, right? And what next? You can put everything on the left side with the proper position, right? And you can find the sum and product formula. What times what equals negative 210. And when you add, you will get 1 in this case. Interesting. 21 and 10 cannot. Oh, I hate this. I have to check. If you cannot check, you can use the formula, right? 210 divided by 15. Oh, I got it. Negative 14 and 15. Okay, so again, you need to do the guessing and checking. 14 and 15 equals 0. So the first number will be, the first possibilities is 14, and the second possibilities will be negative 15, right? So since it is a natural number is a number that is more than 0. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you pick this, right? And again, if you don't get this number, you do the guess and check, right? I have another idea. Use ABC, right? With the A equals to 1, B equals 1, C equals negative 210, right? So negative B plus minus 1 square minus 4 times 1 times negative 210 over 2A, right? Negative 1 plus minus square root of 1 plus 840. Oh my goodness, so much over 2. So again, sorry for the display is so bad. 841 over 2. Square root of 841 is something. It's 29 over 2, right? So first thing you need to find the positive. Negative 1 plus 29 is 28 over 2, or negative 1 minus 21 is negative 30 over 2. First number will be 14, second number will be negative 15, right? Again, you pick the positive one. It's the same, but longer, right? If you do the guess and check, just using the blue color, you will get more easily to do and less painful because you do the right guessing and checking. See, again, it's the same 14 and negative 15. Which one you pick? The 14, of course, because it's a natural number. You cross this, you cross this. Okay, that's for the word problems, the simple word problems. We have to deal with the other word problems. There you go, number 7. Go to the next question. Jump to the harder question. Okay, a rectangular box has a square base that a length is of x, and its height is 1 cm longer than the side length. Okay, so the height, okay, so this is x plus 1, right? Everything is x plus 1 except this base. And the total surface area, what is the total surface area? Remember, the total surface area is the total of the surface of top, bottom, left, right, front, back, right? And for this rectangular prism, top, bottom are equal, left and right are equal, front, back are equal. So top, bottom is 2 times x, right? Because bottom area will be x times 2 for both top, bottom. Left and right also, left, right, front, back also same, right? This is same. So you can write 4 times, 4 faces. This is 2 faces, and this is 4 faces, left, right, front, back, times x plus 1, because this is what you want to find, right? So what is that area? X times x plus 1. So this is 2x squared plus 4x squared plus 4x. And it is 240. It's given. So 240 equals 6x squared plus 4x. The total surface area is given. Okay, done. See, it's the same for A, proven. Even you don't have to put the 240 is okay, no problem, right? You just prove how to, you just ask how to provide the formula. This will be the formula. And for question B, find the dimensions of the box. So what you need to do is put the area. 240 equals 6x squared plus 4x. Okay, I am quite annoying with this number. I divide everything by 2. 120 equals 3x squared plus 2x. So 0 equals 3x squared plus 2x minus 120. Can you find the value of x? Yes, simply put the formula with a equals 3, b equals 2, c equals negative 120. So if you are too lazy to do the guess and check the sum and product formula, you can use this. So x1, 2, don't pick the negative 1 because x is always positive because it's the length, right? Minus b. I rewrite the question, I mean the formula. So minus 2 plus minus square root of 2 square minus 4, 3 times negative 120. Wow, so much, so annoying. But again, it has to be done. Yeah, negative 2 plus minus square root of 4 plus, right? Because it is negative 4 times 3 times negative 120. 1, 4, wait. 1680. Wait, sorry, I did something wrong. 1440 over 6. Okay, so negative 2 plus minus square root 1444 over 6. Again, this is a good number. Man, 38. I did with my calculator. So first thing, you need to get the 1, the positive. Negative 2 plus 38 over 6. So it's 36 over 6. It is 6. And x2, ignore. Why? Because negative 2 minus 38 is negative 40 over 6. For every kind of number, the negative will be unacceptable. Why? Because we deal with the positive value of x. X is the length. Length cannot be negative, right? Ignore. Pick this. So what is the dimension of the box? The dimension of the box will be based with, use the story, with side equals 6 and height equals 7, right? Because 6 plus 1, 7. This will be your answer. The base with sides of 6, square based, right? And then the height will be x plus 1, 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, some of them will be quite harder, but I think you can do this. Optimization or optimation, I will give you the formula only. So what is optimation means? Optimation is finding the vertex, okay? Finding the vertex. What is the vertex? Xm, ym. It can be maximum or minimum. Max or min, depend on the A. Remember, if A is positive, it has to be minimum because it's smiling. If A is negative, it is frowning, frown, set face, set mouth, like this. So it is maximum, right? So to find the xm, you need to put the formula negative b over 2a. Formula, only memorizing the formula. And the ym will be delta over negative 4a. What is delta, remember? B squared minus 4ac over negative 4a. And this will be your optimization value. This will be the x max or min. This will be y max or y minimum or minimum y. Okay, that's what I can tell you about the formula of quadratics. And that's all. I don't think we have another question. See? Yeah, word problem, and review set. Okay.